How are vibrational barriers preventing you from reaching your full potential and connecting into the life that you desire and deserve to have? So I've shared this quote before. I'm going to share it again right now. Something that I came across a number of years ago that really inspired me and provided me with so much clarity around what I was bringing forward with the music, with the energy healing work. And the quote goes like this: people think we need to seek enlightenment, but no, we are enlightened. That is our natural state. What is unnatural is the state that we have been put into. We need to rise above the vibrational barriers and the limiting belief systems that have held us in a state of unenlightenment. It's not about seeking it, it's about removing what is stopping us from being what we already are. We already are magnificent. We already are divine. We already are unlimited in our potential. Just somehow along the way, we have forgotten and disconnected ourselves from this power and this ability to truly compose the life of our dreams. So I want to take a look at this thing called vibrational barriers. This is what got me into the work. Dr. Jones, a former top consultant to NASA, was actually involved in a study on how do we rise people above all these energy disruptors in our environment, the 80,000 man-made chemicals in our air, food, and water, the vast amount of technology that has become so prevalent in our lives today. The crazy thing is, this was 20 years ago. This was before Wi-Fi. This was before 5G, 4G, 3G, all of, smart meters, all of these different things that have been added on since then. And the most amazing thing when I first got invited to a lecture on this was how they were able to track this exponential growth in physical disharmonies, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, autism, neurological disorders, cancer disorders, all these things exponentially growing in alignment with this exponential growth of vibrational barriers in our environment, like the technology, like these invisible waves that we're all exposed to, but also the 80,000 man-made chemicals that have penetrated and permeated every facet and every aspect of our lives. And way back then, Dr. Jones was convinced that the only way that we're going to be able to evolve to the next level is to develop technologies to be able to rise above that frequency wavelength where those things are no longer impacting us. So think about it. Let's say at 88.5 on your dial is where we're all tuned into. And let's say in that particular frequency wavelength is all this static and noise that disconnects us from the field, that challenges and puts us into a state of disharmony where we're no longer functioning at the level of which we were created to function at. So what would open up if we were to move up the dial from 88.5 to, let's say, 100.3? Well, then you no longer receive the broadcast at 88.5. You're no longer tuned in to the static and noise and the dysfunction and all the craziness that we're exposed at that particular frequency wavelength. So we have the ability to move up the dial. This is the energy and the frequencies that the scientists discovered in my music, and how I got started in this field was, in essence, play this music in your space and null and void the negative effects those energy disruptors have upon your energetic field, and therefore dramatically reduce your stress, improve your memory, your focus, your creativity, your intuition, access higher levels of information, call it sixth sense, however you want to define it, be able to download more specific information to heal the body, to transform any challenges, any obstacles that you might have, to be able to get clarity on what it is that you need to let go of and what you need to embody in order to move forward in your life experience. I can tell you this, that it is completely possible to make anything that is disharmonious in this world harmonious. And that's where this whole vibrational success technology comes into play, in a way to restore and tune your energy. This is the first step to truly living a more empowered life, to restoring harmony to our body, our mind, our spirit, and opening up to new levels of consciousness and dramatically enhance our ability to manifest and create. If you think about it, your mind, your consciousness, how you perceive reality is what shapes and shifts your experience. If your connection and your energy is constantly in a state of disharmony and therefore impacting how you process information and perceive the world that you live in, is it any wonder that we're challenged? Is it any wonder that we experience the obstacles that we experience in life? The time has come for all of us to move up the dial and to begin to tune into new stations of possibility. In the esoteric world, they talk a lot about moving from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. And really, in essence, what they're talking about is moving up what I call the cosmic radio dial, and begin to tune into a world that works, a life that works, a life filled with empowerment, with love, with joy. Yes, perhaps challenges arise, but rather than fight them and make ourselves wrong for having them, we begin to utilize them to learn, to grow, and to further unveil the divine masterpiece that's within you, within me, so that we can further enhance and use our power and ability to recreate our lives and ultimately to create a world that works. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be delivering music, mindsets, energy healing work, all designed to help you to rise above the vibrational barriers in your life, to tune your energy so that you can further unveil the divine, powerful masterpiece that is within you. And there's also a link below in comments where you can download a free track of music to help shift your energy and to help you rise above the static and noise that you might be experiencing in your life. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Have a harmonious day.